Shoners, cheers to the photo shoot that finally happened. I don't, I've last year San Diego Comic Con, I asked them about a photo shoot, and Richonne went. Not that they went canon, but they went. They consummated their relationship back in 6B, so right before season 8, right before the 100th up, we finally got some photos. Even though they still weren't solo, and they had to share it with Carol and Daryl and Maggie. Okay, fine. I mean, we still got our moment in the sun. I still like to see more though. I still think it could have been more, like just them. Like there was a strictly Maggie Glenn photo shoot. Like I want a strictly Rick and Michelle photo shoot because that's just how I feel. I've been waiting for this for a long time, so I feel how I feel about it.
It's funny because last week we literally almost did a video about why there has not been a photo shoot thus far, like literally, and then all of a sudden this happened. It's like happened like 2 or 3 times with different topics that we wanted to talk about, where we've like we're like literally we're going to do it, and then like I mean, how awesome would that have been if we like did that video and then it like happened the next week? Damn it! Oh well, it's tough. It's tough. And by the way, sorry about the infrequency of the videos. We're going back and forth between Chicago and here. And so we're going to try and bang out a bunch of good ones today and upload them over the course of the next week or so.
Yes, all those things that he just said, and also photo shoot. So I don't know if some of you saw, but someone took the photo of like Andy just was in a tux, which is great. He looks great in a tux, and someone rendered Richonne's dress from red to white. I'm still waiting on the Richonne wedding myself. That would be really awesome. But like, I just wanted to say I love the internet and I love the Richonne fandom for making that imagery possible. Also, I think it was interesting that they wanted to hammer down the fact that these were the characters and not the actors as themselves. Hence, Denai's wig, the Michonne wig, and
in some ways.
I mean. I don't. Did Norman have anything? Daryl specific? I don't.
No, except for his hand on Andy's ass, which is something that would never happen in the show.
Yeah, Daryl would never do that.
And also, Rick doesn't have a tuxedo in the show.
It was confusing.
So that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. It doesn't really necessarily mean anything. I mean, maybe they were like, to Denai, like, oh, do you want to do your normal hair or wear the same wig? And she just said the wig for whatever reason. It's really impossible to tell what, if anything, went into that whole thing. So, I don't know.
I just think it was an interesting setup. And then they had, like, with Shiva in there and Ezekiel's throne.
Yeah.
My only thoughts were, I thought that it would have made sense to have Morgan, since he goes all the way back to episode 1. Hell, Daryl wasn't even in episode 1. I'm just saying. Obviously, Daryl's had way more screen time and been in way more episodes, but I don't think they went to interfere with the whole Carol-Daryl dynamic. And I don't know where they're going this season. I'm very skeptical about the two of them romantically. I have nothing against it. Let me be clear. I have absolutely nothing against the two of them together.
Boy, if that ends up happening, Daryl has no type, does he? Going straight from Beth to.
See, even that's offensive to some people because it's like, Daryl never liked Beth that way.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
That's total bullshit.
Yeah, he was totally like in love with her.
Yeah, I think that's definitely. I mean, dude, the way she died and like the way the way that carrying her body out scene and all that stuff, and then like that weird Easter egg in a couple of episodes later where like because Carol says to him like you're gonna have to like grieve at some point, and then next scene we see him like wander off into like the forest and slump down in a tree and start crying all on his own, and when they zoom out he's wearing Beth's shoelaces. Like that's pretty telling to me about the way that he felt about her.
You know, oh, absolutely. I mean, he was burning himself, and he was wearing her shoelaces.
He was like punishing himself for letting her die and all this stuff. Like,
I think it was most interesting that it was Carol to give him this knife in the first place. I thought that was most interesting. But, you know, thinking back on the aesthetics of the photo shoot, so Maggie's alone, but she's got Herschel and Glenn's watch. Thank goodness. I'm glad she got over the whole trying to give it away to random people thing.
yeah.
But, you know, Carol, while holding Sophia's doll for some reason, is spoon-feeding Daryl, who has a glass that he's just spilling all the contents. And I'm wondering, are they designed to be set up this way on purpose? Are they trying to do some sort of...
I'm out of the loop, to be honest. I didn't really look at the photo shoot, so...
God, you're such a guy.
I saw the one with Norman with his hand on Andy's ass, and I thought that was funny. And I saw like the other one where, you know, it's just Rick and Michonne, and he's got like the gun, and that's like all I looked at. The rest of it.
That one was when they were definitely in character. I mean, the EW 100th episode.
Oh,
they were like the full gala outfits.
I didn't look at any of that except for the cover.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it means... I mean, I think they were probably set up a certain way for the photo shoots, and I think the true Easter egg is the one that's not on the nose, like a prop, like a chair or a tiger or, you know, a doll or a badge. I think the real Easter egg is how they were set up in the frame. But, I mean... Again, who knows? I don't know. I mean, the fact that Rick's in a full-on tux. Daryl is he's in a suit. He's in a very Norman suit, by the way. A very Norman Reedus-looking suit, but that's neither here nor there.
What does that mean?
Like, Norman wears...
Dirty? Is it dirty and unwashed?
That would be Daryl. No. Norman likes to wear all black with the black button down and the black tie. It's all black. So that was a very Norman look that Daryl was rocking for the EW photo shoot. But in terms of Rick and Michonne, and Rick's wearing a tux, and then they're like dancing, they're like, you know, like, I don't know, maybe they do get married this season. I don't know. Maybe it's a foreshadowing.
Father Gabriel was the one who'll do it at the center.
I know Gabriel gets captured by Negan, which sucks balls. But I would love for Father Gabriel to marry those two before he gets captured and potentially killed. And I hope he doesn't get killed. But
nah.
But it just seemed to me that they were like the true Easter egg was in the setup of the photo itself, and not in the props. If that makes sense.
I didn't look at the pictures again, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're so unprepared for this video.
Look, here's the thing. Part of the reason why I didn't want... so a little bit insider information behind the scenes. Like, I have resisted doing this video for, like, several weeks because, honesty party, I don't care about the photo shoot. It's fine that everybody else is so excited about it, but I'm a dude, and I don't read Entertainment Weekly, or any magazine. For
I don't really either, but I will be buying this issue.
I'm not like against it. I just don't care. It's like not on my radar.
Can I turn off the background noise just for the?
So I thought it was cool. What's up?
Can I turn off the background noise? I can hear it.
It's never been an issue before.
I can hear it on the playback. But I just thought about
doing a video right now, and you just. Are you going to edit this out?
No. I don't care.
Okay.
It's fine. I mean, I care. It was an afterthought. But yeah, you were saying you don't care about magazines.
I don't read magazines, and I don't know. It's whatever to me. It's cool. I've not even been aware of any of the photo shoots that have ever happened for The Walking Dead. I don't know what they are. I've never seen them. It's just I just want to see the show. It's the only thing I care about.
I think I tried to explain this. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. I'm like, my brain is like right now. But the whole thing about having a photo shoot for an Entertainment Weekly or TV Guide or Variety or whatever, every other show for their like lead couple, they do some sort of photo spread. Like, I even could think back all the way back years ago to the one from, I mean, think about X-Files. They did the cover together. Law & Order SVU, Stabler and Benson, they had their cover shoot together. And then Game of Thrones, who was it? I want to say it was Cersei and Jamie, but I don't know. But the point is, all these other shows, when they have like their lead couple or their main couple or whatever, they do a photo spread at some point. And it was just weird to me that we had a Glenn and Maggie one years ago, I think back in season 4 or 5, and then we didn't get a Rick and Michonne one, and Rick's the freaking main character of the show. Like, it was just weird.
Well, okay,
and it took so long.
So now that you've explained that, I have a theory on why that probably is. Obviously they couldn't do that for the season 6 photo shoot because Richonne hadn't happened yet, right? So they couldn't do that as a spoiler. And then for the season 7 photo shoot, it was all about Negan.
But it didn't have to be on Negan, like.
But that was the whole focus of that season, and it would have been kind of ridiculous to have like a photo shoot of like happy Rick and Michonne together when like the whole season is about to be about them getting like psychologically tortured by Negan. That just would not have been congruent with like what was going on with the show.
Well, no, like.
This season's different because it's about them rising up and being strong together, so it's like within context. I think it would have been totally confusing and just like nonsensical for them to do it last year.
I think there was room for both, or at least in 7B, especially with usually for spreads like that.
But I thought they only do one a year.
No, it doesn't have to be one. It doesn't have to be a certain time of year. I don't think there's a hard rule on it, but usually for a spread like that, they'll do like an interview with the actors about the characters and how the characters are adapting or whatever. Well, that's probably a bad example to bring up. I won't bring up that one. Well, I've already said it,
but they've only done one a year thus far, right? I mean, they never do two. So why would they all of a sudden do that like last year?
I guess even with this one, they had to share them. I don't know. I can't really fully explain.
All I'm saying is that if you had to pick 7 or 8 to do the photo shoot with them, I support their decision in doing it now. I don't think it would have made any sense to do it in season 7. Season 7 was not a happy season. It was like the most. It was all about like them getting broken down. That's not a. It doesn't make sense to like show their relationship really.
They could do it in 6B.
Well, but they only do one a year. They only do one a year. Why would they like all of a sudden? I mean, you know, I'm just saying if they're following the format that they've followed this far, which is one a year, which is it's a promo for the beginning of the season, then like.
Well, even if like for the promo photos for season 7, there were like a lot of photos of them looking like scared and whipped, right? There could have been a shot of Rick and Michonne scared together. That, you know, after the whole Negan thing, especially since he thought something had happened to her before he even got there in the first place. Like, just, I don't know. Or maybe I'm being nitpicky.
I think you're being nitpicky.
I don't feel like I am, though. I don't even know why I said that. I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, drop us a comment. Am I being nitpicky, or
I think you would have a point.
Am I keeping it 100?
I think you would have a valid point if it weren't for the fact that season 7 was about Negan. I just don't think that like Rick and Michonne's relationship was the point. Okay. It was not the focal point of season 7.
Okay, I'll just say this. You know what photo shoot I want to see? I want to see a full Grimes family spread. So that includes, put Carl in there, put Judith in there. I want to see like domestic photo shoot things. Like, I know that's just weird. I want to see that. And also I want to see that in the show. I want to see a moment where they have like just a normal night at home, just one time. Or they played like Monopoly or some shit. I don't know. I just want to see some domestic activity with them being a family unit again. Like, we haven't seen that in a super long time. Of them just chilling at home. Like, yeah, okay, they're going to war. But
these are things that are not going to make sense to show in season 8. You're going to have to wait for season 9.
Are they in constant like fight mode? Like, there has to be a moment of downtime. There has to be, like, there's a baby in the freaking house.
Yeah, but it's going to be like I mean, they're resting, but they're still going to have to be, like, ever vigilant. They're at war. It's not time to, like, play Monopoly. It doesn't really make sense. Like, there's always going to be somebody on watch. There's always going to be somebody on guard. They're going to be, like, out in the forest, like, scouting and stuff. Like, I mean, I don't see how that's going to fit in, really, like, in a logical way.
Well, give me a flashback. Dale, give me a flashback.
Okay, that'd be valid.
Give me just one quiet night in Alexandria, please. Just give me, like, I want, like, one episode where it's, like, fuck all happens, and we just get to see them interact and be themselves, and they're not, like, on constant fight mode. I love my character development, and I love seeing the characters interact, and they don't always have to be under duress. My God.
Well, I agree, but during this arc, though, I mean, it's just not, you know what I mean, that they are under constant duress. That's just how it is. Like, it's war. It's not...
It's like, well, give me a flashback.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense. That they could use
flashback of domesticity.
They could use that as like a device to explain like how they're acting in the war now or something. Like there could be some sort of thing like that.
There you go.
And I think there probably will be more like domesticated types of things in season 9 or maybe even season 8B. I'm not really sure like how long they're going to draw out the all-out war storyline. My guess, based on how many issues are involved in the comic, is probably the entire season.
So I still maintain my wish list: a Richonne wedding, a domestic scene / episode. Flashback is perfectly fine, and also Richonne Jr. at some point. So those are I maintain my wish list for Richonne. Shout out to Tumblr. Y'all know what's up.
I'm gonna be like not knowing whether or not I'm watching like HGTV or AMC.
What?
Good Lord. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that sounds great. I'm not opposed to any of these things. I just don't care. So I want to see them thrive together, but I'm not like I don't really want to see them like cooking or playing Monopoly. That all sounds really boring.
Well, no, I mean, they're talking and interacting as well. That's to me, that's interesting to watch, to see them be normal, and that yes, this works beyond the fighty. We're gonna go to war fight level. You know, like I mean, obviously we know that. I just want to see more of that.
I'm sure you're gonna get it. So I'm sure you're gonna get it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
if you guys like what we have to say, go ahead and follow this YouTube channel, and also follow us at Instagram.
Well, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram at RL and also like our Facebook page at Facebook /
The Living Richonne.
The Living Richonne.
That's RICHONNE.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you guys soon.